Hey there, and welcome to Gravy Flips, where we flip furniture, video games, and collectibles in order to earn some extra money in our side hustle. I'm Brian. I'm a full-time teacher. I've also done over 40,000 transactions online and hundreds of sales in person. Today, I'm hoping to tell you about some recent buying and selling I've done both locally and online. I'm going to be talking about some furniture I picked up, some tactics I used to get even more furniture, and I'm going to be showing you some things that I do online to move some of my product that doesn't necessarily sell so well. Today started off like a normal day. I woke up and I was trying to organize some ways to clear up my inventory, and I was doing what I normally do. I was going through my large bins of video games that I have, and I was trying to make some auction lots of around 110 to 115 games. I found these 106 games that I quickly got together, and normally in these lots I don't really make, many really valuable games. I try to keep them between $5 and $15. Just games that individually wouldn't do too well if I sold them by themselves. And normally I can get between $250 and $300 for these. I made this lot and I got it started today. And this is me just trying to set it up and get it ready to be put in as an eBay auction. If you look close, you'll see that there's nothing really that special. I sometimes throw in some, $15 to $20 games just to get people bidding on them. And this one I think I threw in a Wii Legend of Zelda, the Twilight Princess. It's only worth around $15, but whatever I have to do to keep people's attention, because if I can get around $250 for this, it's a quick turnaround for me, and it's a lot more than GameStop or any local store would give me. So this is how I dump a lot of my inventory, so to speak. Here's a good example of one that I just recently sold on September 3rd. This one got 42 bids, and it was 111 games with nothing really that special. It was just a bunch of PS2 sports games and some, random miscellaneous games. There's a Hey You Pikachu in there for the N64, but you can see this one went for 205. Here's another example. This one actually got around almost 50 bids. This is just a small bundle of 40 PlayStation 2 games that I did, I think back in July. Yeah, July 25th. And surprisingly, this one went for $127 with $20 shipping. So $150 for a bunch of common PS2 games is pretty cool. And this is why I really like the auctions, because if I took the time to sell these individually, I'd maybe only make maybe $3 a piece. But it's the time that I'm saving by just doing this. So what I'm doing is I'm incentivizing people who own a local store or people that have ways to sell locally, like in a flea market or garage sale, to buy my lot so I don't have to deal with it. And then here's another example of a really big auction. And again, this one didn't really have anything special. It just had around 15 NES games. It was a real mixed pot between Wii, there's some PSP in there, one SNES, there was some Sega, PS2, PS3, but there was nothing really that big. And this one was bid up pretty hard. It got 39 bids, and then out of nowhere it went to almost $500. I had free shipping on this one, but look for yourself. 116 games for $500, that's pretty close to $4 a piece. And I rarely get auctions like this that go over 300, so for it to hit almost $500 shocked the crap out of me. there really is no big hitters in it. So anytime I can see, you know, decent bundles of games, I'm thinking in my back of my mind, ooh, will this end as an auction that'll get to $500? I decided to see if I can get around $225 for a Switch OLED that I got recently, because, you know, sometimes just getting cash is always good. I'm trying to save up some equity to buy a monster deal tomorrow or the next day that I'm going to be making a video about, but just a little surprise for you all. It's something, it'll be a crazy video. But anyway, so I got like 10 scammers writing me within 10 minutes asking for my phone number. So I hope that all of you know that if you post things on Facebook Marketplace, do not give your phone number out to the people that are scammers, because they're going to send you a 6-digit code and they're going to try to rip you off. So you've been warned. I haven't gotten any hits on this yet, so, you know, who knows what'll happen. Then I was sitting at my dinner table, and someone who I wrote the night before for a sectional she had that had some minor damage from dogs, she got back to me, and I was really excited because, you know, I was able to talk her down to $120 for a 3-piece sectional with one of those storage ottomans that, like, when you try to open it, like, punches you in the face. So you gotta watch for those when you load them in the trailer. But I was able to talk her down to 120. I guess people were turned off by the fraying, which, by the way, fraying on a sectional is super easy to take care of, especially if it's a canvas one. You just cut it. So it really didn't scare me at all. I talked her down to 120. I went to her house. I got lost. Backed down about 1,000-foot driveway that wasn't hers. It was full of curves and stuff, with big ditches on either side, and that, boy, was that fun. But I finally found her house, and I went in. She was really nice, and she was asking me about what I do, and I was telling her, you know, blah 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 blah. I'm a teacher. I'm on paternity leave. Blah 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 blah. And I told her I like doing furniture because I can just do it from home. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing, because I have a sectional in my basement." And I was like, "Wait, what?" I normally don't do the power of the ask, because normally people only have one sectional, and so I was, you know, pleasantly delighted to see that she had a second sectional, and she ended up selling it to me for the same price, another $100, yeah, another $100, and this sectional wasn't put on any Facebook, and it was way nicer than the other one, and I have it listed right now for about $400, because shortly after I went to another stop, because on my way home I saw that somebody in a town right next to mine was giving away a bunch of bar stools and a really nice ottoman, and it matched pretty well with the white couch that she had in the basement, and I ended up, you know, just putting those two together, and right now I've got them listed for $400 with free delivery. So, you know, when it sells, I'm gonna have to drive it somewhere most likely, but when it sells, it'll probably net me, you know, $300, and that is amazing for just a couple hours. Actually, not even. For about an hour of work, you know. And when both the blue couch that I went for originally, that I paid $124 for, and the white couch sell, I'm going to net around $500. And let me show you these bar stools that I got for free. Just a hint, when people start posting things on Craigslist and on Facebook Marketplace, you always want to check their other items, because more often than not, they're trying to purge everything, and this is kind of like what it looks like. This lady had 5 different posts, and she had some cool toddler stuff that I wanted to get for my own toddler. Well, 10-month-old, but he's toddling around now, so he's a toddler. And I already missed it. And some people are so dedicated to the first person that writes them. I was like, hey, I'll give you $10 if you let me get the toddler walker, and some people are just like, no. So you got to be prepared for that too. Sometimes I'll throw money at situations to see if I can jump the line. like with that Toro lawnmower I made a video about. I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but don't be surprised when there's some sellers that are like, oh, nope, Jimmy Job or Billy Bob Joe was the first one to write me. She can't come until next Thursday, and you're just like, dude, I'll come right now. But you know, people are fully invested to the first person that writes. It drives me nuts sometimes. But then again, she did hold the stuff for me to get there, so I don't know. I was there within 45 minutes, but I don't know. Pet peeves are pet peeves.